The possession is about Clyde. He's a divorced absentee dad, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which you just talked about. He takes his 2 daughters to a yard sale, where the youngest, M, begs for a Dybbuk box. This cute little girl gets what she wants, as all of them do, and it starts possessing her. Clyde tries to get his ex's help, but she thinks Daddy's gone crazy, so Clyde enlists the help of a Jewish priest. I think it's called a priest. I don't know what they're called. And the exorcism is about to begin. So the story, bottom line, you've seen this shit 100 times before. The only difference this time is the kid gets possessed by a freaking jewelry box. That's what it looks like. It's really weird because the box actually starts talking. And it's weird to see a jewelry box talking.
Does the lid like go up and down? Like
at some point it does eventually go up, yes.
Feed me, Seymour.
That's what I kept thinking. There's a couple of nice twists, and as a dad who dealt with exes, I completely related to one of them. So that was pretty clever. But unfortunately, for every clever twist, there's some cheesy-ass dialogue that wipes it out. I mean, that's the film's the one big crutch is some piss-poor dialogue in a few scenes. Like, one, they're trying to create tension, and they're walking into a hospital, and one of the characters says, "I hate hospitals. People die here." And it's supposed to be so dark and dreary, and I went with my daughter, and we just started laughing in the middle of the theater, which was awful. I'm like, who writes this? I mean, it's just bad. Soap opera bad. Only in a few spots, but it's enough to take you out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Completely, yeah.
That's too bad.
The acting, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he does a really effective job, I think, of making me believe in his plight. Kara Sedgwick plays the mom. She was on the, what was her show, Brian?
The Closer?
Closer.
The Closer.
Okay.
Or Kira.
Kira Sedgwick. Well, see, I'm not allowed to say names. I never get those right.
Bacon, right?
Yeah, she's married to Bacon. She's married to Kevin Bacon. She did a bang-up job as a woman trying to protect her kids, so I like her quite a bit. The parents needed to be right, which they did. They got those parts right. But everything fails if this little possessed crazy chick makes you laugh every time you see her. Natasha Callis plays M, and she did a very good job. For being I'd say probably 10, 12 years old, whatever she was, she does a good, not great, but a very good job of handling all the various transformations called for in the movie, playing the different roles, going from a normal, sweet little kid to this kid that's possessed, has no idea what's going on, to being a downright evil little shit. So she handles all of it, and she does it very well. The production, the look of this movie looks like something from the 70s. I've probably seen probably 1,000 horror movies in my lifetime, and I rarely jump at any of them. I mean, you've been in movies with me, Scott. I mean, Paranormal Activity movies, maybe I might jump a little nose, but normally I just don't jump in horror movies. This movie got me twice, and any horror movie that can manage that, you get props from me.
And you say film like the 70s, you seen it in a good way or a bad way?
It just reminded me very much of like The Exorcist, the way it was filmed. It was almost like it was filming very dark and gritty, and it just looked shot in the 70s.
Was it supposed to take place back in maybe the late 70s or like around the 80s?
Well, they're using smartphones, so I certainly hope.
Oh, okay. I mean, no,
No,
I'm sure if it was a quote unquote period piece or
that's why
they just kind of filmed it that way to maybe for effect.
That's why we were kind of looking at each other, my daughter and I, wondering, is this done for an effect or what? Because it's an odd choice to film it in the style, because it does look very much like a 70s movie. But regardless, it was fairly atmospheric, and it worked more than it didn't. So overall, the film works more than it didn't, like I said, but despite some very clunky dialogue in spots, and I do mean that, very clunky. I originally was going to give it a 5.5, but as this is a rare horror film that actually got under my skin a few times, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's worth. I think it's more of a rental than it is go to the theater and pay full price for it. But
yeah, but would it have made you jump at home?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, there wasn't packed. There wasn't that many people there. I mean, It's Labor Day weekend. Nobody goes to the theater on Labor Day weekend except me.